This is the Dollemore Daily, and I'm Jesse Dollemore. Today's video is brought to you by Private Internet Access. You know when your ideas are correct, and you're confident in the veracity of your claims, and you feel like you have the truth on your side. And then when you get questioned, what do? Rather than face your adversaries, your rhetorical adversaries, face on and tell them what you believe. I can't even continue. This is what we're witnessing with Robert Kennedy Jr. After yesterday's absolute debacle in his committee hearing, the Judiciary's big tech censorship committee, where he was attacked for his blatant racism and anti-Semitism, his blatant anti-science views. What did he do? Did he go on MSNBC or CNN or CNBC or any host of other journalistic outlets he could have done an interview with? No. He's so confident in what he believes and what he's saying, what he claims, that he ran to Fox News to tattle. Oh, now all the Democrats on the committee are treating him really bad. Oh, they're telling lies about him. They're playing audio and video of him. They're making claims about the things that he said and quoting him, and he just can't have that. So where would a Democrat go to complain? Where would a Democrat go to set the record straight? Well, I've already spilled the beans, because if you guessed anywhere other than the white supremacy network of Fox News, you'd be wrong. That is exactly what Robert Kennedy did. Like a coward, like an intellectual coward, he ran to Fox News, where he is guaranteed a welcoming embrace by the conspiracy theorists and the fascist enablers on Fox News. I'm going to play this clip. It is remarkable, and then we're going to back it up with some facts. But before I do, a word from today's sponsor, Private Internet Access. I often receive threats, both physical and digital. People ask me how I protect myself, and as a former Marine, I like to think that I have the physical covered. But as for digital, I use a VPN. Private Internet Access is an industry-leading virtual private network with over 30 million downloads. Private Internet Access encrypts your internet connection, shielding your passwords, personal information, and private messages, while also blocking ads, trackers, and malicious websites. Head to piavpn.com/Dollemore now to get 83% off of Private Internet Access, plus 4 extra months for free. With no logs policy that has been proven in court multiple times, Private Internet Access won't store any of your data. Their security and anonymity are available to you on all platforms: Windows, Mac, Android, and more. Also, you can use unlimited devices on a single subscription. And with a 30-day money-back guarantee, you can try PIA risk-free. Get top-notch defense for just over $2 per month. piavpn.com/Dollemore for 83% off, plus 4 extra months free. So much protection for so little money. So let me play this brief clip of a longer interview with Martha MacCallum, where Robert Kennedy Jr. is just whining nonstop, lying about his previous positions. Let me say this before I play it. If you vacillate this easily on things you hold, things you claim are truth, what is it to say about your truth? I could only take myself, for instance. If I was, every time I was challenged, immediately flip-flopped or ran away or made a bunch of excuses, rather than facing my beliefs head on, presenting my beliefs head on, what respect would there be? What respect would I be deserving of? I certainly wouldn't be deserving of the presidency of the United States of America, and that is the office he seeks. Watch this clip from Democrat Robert Kennedy Jr. on Fox News.
This morning?
I do. I felt like I was really in an upside down world. I want to say something because the charge is that I made these statements that were anti-Semitic. All of those statements are taken out of context, and those statements themselves, I have literally, and I said this under oath today, I've never made a single anti-Semitic statement in my life or racist statement in my life. And the statements that are being twisted and distorted to make them seem like I said these controversial things is simply another way that the DNC, et cetera, and its allies are using to silence me, to marginalize me, to make me look crazy, to make me look like a bad person. I've been stronger. My support on Israel has been stronger than any Democrat in that chamber.
One, for maybe the 1,000th time today that I've seen it, being strong on Israel doesn't mean you haven't said anti-Semitic things. The Jews and Israel, the nation, are not the same thing. You can have criticism for the nation of Israel and not be an anti-Semite. But what you've just done, Robert Kennedy Jr., who's trading on your name, what you've just done is another anti-Semitic thing. But to your points that they were taken out of context, these statements, that you've never said anything anti-Semitic or racist in your life, as you accentuated the fact that you were under oath. What should we start with? How about the speech, once again, of you standing in front of the Lincoln Memorial, giving a speech to a rabid anti-vax crowd, telling them that we in the United States that has a vaccine on offer during a deadly global pandemic, we are less free than the Jews who were hiding from Nazis who wanted to murder them, and in fact, who did murder them in a genocidal mass killing. We are less free than them because they had closets they could hide in.
What we're seeing today is what I call turnkey totalitarianism. They are putting in place all of these technological mechanisms for control we've never seen before. It's been the ambition of every totalitarian state from the beginning of mankind to control every aspect of behavior, of conduct, of thought, and to obliterate dissent. None of them have been able to do it. They didn't have the technological capacity. Even in Hitler's Germany, you could cross the Alps into Switzerland. You can hide in an attic like Anne Frank did. I visited in 1962 East Germany with my father and met people who had climbed the wall and escaped. So it was possible. Many died doing it, but it was possible.
Yeah. So is that anti-Semitic? Is lessening the impact, trivializing the plight, the struggle, the genocide of millions and millions and millions and millions of Jews and other marginalized groups, is trivializing that anti-Semitic, is saying what we're seeing today is what I call turnkey totalitarianism. At least, he says, even in Hitler's Germany, the Jews could cross over the Alps or hide in an attic. We can't do that. People did escape. They got out. Meaning we're unable to escape. We can't get away from this totalitarianism. This is way worse because even in Hitler's time, blah, blah, blah. I say this often. I hold to it true. It's true. We have the commonality of language. We understand when this sentence comes before this sentence, when you use the word even in reflection, in comparison to what you just said, it means that even this took place during this time, meaning we have it worse than them. It's how language works, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. You would think an Ivy League educated gentleman such as yourself with 70 plus years or however old you are would have the understanding of how shit works. I was going to play the other clip that I played yesterday of him, the New York Post, where he's talking about how the virus is targeting whites and blacks and allowing Ashkenazi Jews to not suffer as much and Chinese people. But I don't need to. You've seen it. You can go back to my video from yesterday. But my question about that would be, who engineered it? Now he's saying, oh, no, I'm not saying it was engineered, even though that's what the clip said. But who? Who's responsible for steering the virus genetically and ethnically away from the Jews and to white people and black people? That's the question to ask, I think. Anyway, whiner, intellectual coward, conspiracy theorist, terrible human being. And his campaign is propped up by the likes of Steve Bannon and Republican tricksters, just like the no labels nonsense. What do you think? I'd love to know. You can call, leave me a brief voicemail, 714-576-4054. Of course, you can email me daily@dollemore.com. You can also leave a comment below. That would be great. It helps to trick, I guess, the algorithm into introducing me to possible new subscribers, new viewers, to grow the channel and spread the truth. If you want to support my work, produce my work, become a channel member, click the super thanks button or go over to patreon.com/IDoubtItPodcast. Follow me on social media. That's it. I'll see you next time. Until I do, be genuine. Take care of one another.